Hi there, this video is a quick recap of our weekly webinars, which is 9 ways to dominate Craigslist marketing for car dealers. In the screen here, you see our Craigslist posting software. So let's talk about how the webinar is structured. First, we do a welcome and a recap. Of course, everything Craigslist for car dealers. The webinar is usually about 35 to 40 minutes long. Then we dive into 9 Craigslist mistakes you're probably making today and how you can fix those at the same time. So the first mistake is posting lots of cars at once. We talk about why that is really a bad practice, why you shouldn't be doing it, as well as what you can do instead. Now, the second mistake is publishing one vehicle per post. So if we glance at Craigslist today, let's take this for example. We're going to see that there's one vehicle published per post. So for example, if your vehicle sold in a week or two, you're only advertising one vehicle here. We got some tricks and our software can help you advertise up to 13 vehicles a post, and we'll go over that in the webinar. So mistake number 3 is really not optimizing what's inside of your post. There's a lot of good stuff here, but we got some tricks to make it a lot better, which is going to help your posts stay on top of Craigslist longer after they're searched for and have a lot more relativity when a customer is looking for that specific vehicle. Mistake number 4 is a biggie. It is posting at the wrong times. So a lot of dealers are going to post early mornings or late evenings. There are actually specific times you want to post when publishing to Craigslist that are going to get the most amount of action, the most amount of leads, the most amount of text messages, and the most amount of calls. We'll go over that on the webinar. Mistake number 5 is not having monthly payments and text messaging enabled. Now, the reason we have those, if you're a dealer who offers financing, there's absolutely no reason why you shouldn't have your monthly payments automatically populating in the body of the ad as well as in the price section of the ad, which would be right here in our software. So we would select monthly payments only or full price and monthly payments. Now, the second thing is call or text. This text feature is crucial because it enables you to automatically connect with the customer instantly. And we'll talk more about this in our webinar, especially in the lead conversion section. Mistake number 6 is not using photo watermarks. So you see a lot of these are using photo watermarks, like this is a pretty good ad, but there's a lot more that can be done with this watermark here. And we'll go into depth on what to put in there because customers are looking at this and they're either looking at a gallery view or a thumbnail view. So it's pretty important what you put here to get the most amount of clicks on the Craigslist ad. Next is mistake number 7, boring subject lines. We see a lot of this. And regardless of how the customer is searching for this, whether they're in gallery or they're in thumbnail mode, or even if they're just looking at a map, subject lines are super important, and we'll talk a lot about those in the webinar. Mistake number 8 is not using emoji icons or calls to action. Now, there are specific places to put this in the ad, in the actual title. And for those of you who are saying you can't put emojis in the title, yes, you can. And there's a certain way to do that, and we'll go over that as well. And the last one is you just have bad photos. Photos are key. They are absolutely crucial. So we're going to go over how to take pictures, how to organize pictures, how to position them in the right order, as well as we'll talk about angles, maybe using different types of cameras. And believe it or not, iPhone 10 or the new Galaxy phones can do some wonders if you use them correctly. Then we're going to jump into manual versus automated posting, and we'll review campaigns and selecting automation here versus manual posts. And then we'll discuss lead tracking and conversions, how you can use tracking numbers for calls and text messages so you can really see where your leads are coming from. That way you can say, okay, maybe I'm getting more action from AutoTrader than Cars.com versus Craigslist. But at the end of the day, you should know exactly where your leads are coming from. That way you can correctly gauge the amount of marketing dollars you're putting in each one of those channels. Last but not least, we're going to close it off with questions and answers. So the entire webinar lasts about 45 minutes. We have it every Tuesday, sometimes on Wednesdays. So go ahead and click the link below. It is absolutely free for all dealers. We're going to go in depth on the 9 Craigslist mistakes you can fix today, manual versus automated posting, and of course, lead tracking and conversions. We'll also dive into our software here. We'll talk about the optimizer. We'll talk about advertising multiple vehicles in one ad and a lot more tips and tricks. We hope to see you there. Space is definitely limited and it's on a first come, first served basis. Any questions? Please feel free to reach out. Happy selling.